In the eyes of Inazumans, the Raiden Shogun is not only an archon but also a symbol. She is their superior leader who embodies eternal thunder and radiance. Her Excellency, the almighty Narukami Ogosho, a 1,000-year-old protector of Inazuma. Little do they know that the current ruler of Inazuma, the Raiden Shogun, residing high up in Tenshukaku, is no longer the same Archon who emerged victorious from the Archon War.
The campaign begins.
The Raiden Shogun is a martial artist in pursuit of perfection, with a sole goal of achieving eternity. No matter who stands in her way to eternal euthymia, they have no chance against the divine punishment that shines down with her bidding. It was the Raiden Shogun who originated the Inazuman art of sword and polearm, as well as a variety of blade forging techniques. When ascending swords and polearms, the amount of mora spent by the Raiden Shogun will be decreased. The Raiden Shogun's normal attack can combo up to 5 strikes with her polearm, dealing physical damage. Holding the attack button consumes a set amount of stamina to perform an upward slash, dealing physical damage. Despite claiming to be detached from the mortal world, perhaps the Raiden Shogun still remembers her role as an Archon. She accrues the aspirations of all living creatures for her chakra desiderata. When party members other than her use their elemental bursts, the Raiden Shogun will build up resolve stacks for chakra desiderata based on the energy cost of the bursts used. Then, use up all the resolve accrued to empower her next elemental burst. The resolve accrued by chakra desiderata will dissipate once the Shogun is out of combat for a set time. The exalted Archon devoted to eternity. What caused her to stop in her tracks and listen to the wishes of her people? After unlocking the talent Wishes Unnumbered, the elemental orbs and particles collected by nearby party members will grant additional resolve for chakra desiderata once per set time period. Upon tapping her elemental skill, the Raiden Shogun unveils a shard of her euthymia, dealing electro damage to nearby opponents, and granting nearby party members the Eye of Stormy Judgment. When characters carrying it attack and deal damage to opponents, the Eye of Stormy Judgment will unleash a coordinated attack, dealing AoE electro damage. The characters who gained the Eye of Stormy Judgment will have their elemental burst damage increased, based on the energy cost of the elemental bursts unleashed. Thanks to the Eye of Stormy Judgment, the Raiden Shogun can aid her teammates without being on the battlefield, boosting their offensive capabilities.
Now you shall perish!
Gathering truths unnumbered and the resolve of wishes uncounted, the Raiden Shogun unleashes the Musou no Hitotachi, dealing AoE electro damage, using Musou Ishin in combat for a certain duration afterward. The damage dealt by Musou no Hitotachi and Musou Ishin's attacks is based on the number of chakra desiderata's resolve stacks consumed when this skill is used. While using Musou Ishin in combat, the Shogun's normal, charged, and plunging attacks will be regarded as elemental burst damage, and will be infused with electro damage which cannot be overridden. When such attacks hit opponents, she will regenerate energy for all nearby party members. While in this state, the Raiden Shogun's resistance to interruption is increased, and she is immune to electro-charge damage. After unlocking the talent Enlightened One, if the Shogun's energy recharge surpasses a certain value, the surplus energy recharge grants her a percentage-based electro damage bonus, and more energy restoration while in Musou Ishin. The Raiden Shogun can accelerate the elemental burst rotation of her party while making the elemental bursts of her teammates more powerful. Such a seasoned leader like her remains fearless in the face of any encounter. In combat, the Raiden Shogun can use the Eye of Stormy Judgment to help teammates in difficult fights. When her teammates unleash elemental bursts or collect elemental orbs or particles, the Shogun gains more resolve for Chakra Desiderata. Wait for an opportune moment to unleash Musou no Hitotachi to deal lethal damage to your enemies. And enter Musou Ishin to clean up the battlefield while regenerating energy for the whole party. To enable a round of elemental bursts that will strike foes down as fast as lightning. Neighboring the Dark Sea, Inazuma has witnessed many a war. For the pursuit of eternity and the prosperity of Inazuma, the Raiden Shogun stuck stubbornly to her path. But what let some bloom made others wither. There is no gain without the pain of loss. When facing their fears, Archons and mortals are all the same. Yet Archons are born arrogant. By attempting to grasp the heavenly principles, she brought a disaster upon mortals. Perhaps some may say that I'm overstating what happened, but I'm just speaking from experience after all.